Hello, my viewer. How are you doing? Where are you joining me from? I hope you're going to have a wonderful time as we journey along across the continents. We have all seen videos in this fast paced world. We have seen the beautiful travel scenes. We have seen the sunset beaches, the bustling street markets, scenic train rides, cinematic drone shots, pristine beaches, and people effortlessly gliding through the ancient cities, towns, centers. But have you ever traveled before? Do you wish to travel? Have you taken time to find out what it takes to travel? Take a leap between watching and the reality of being the traveler. Have you taken time to dive into it? Welcome to Jane's Castle. Today, we are going to talk about the ultimate guide for beginners who wish to travel across the continents of the world. If that's what you're looking for, this is the place for you. And so, Karibu Kenya. In Kenya, we say Karibu Kenya. Stay tuned to the end of this video and I hope you're going to enjoy. Remember, if you haven't tapped the subscribe button, tap it so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video or I come live. And remember to comment where you're joining in from. Remember to be part of this community. We are thriving together in this digital sanctuary where we bring you content on wellness, lifestyle, and travel. Thank you so much for staying tuned. And in Kenya, we say Karibu Kenya. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Okay? You're most welcome to our beautiful motherland. Yes. And so I hope you're going to have a wonderful time. Today we are talking travel. Enjoy yourself. Sit back, relax, grab your glass of water, popcorn, and juice, and stay informed because knowledge is power and applied knowledge is wisdom. Okay, so welcome to Jane's Castle. If you've ever wanted to travel and explore the world, if you just want to take your first solo trip like I did over 3 decades ago, you won't believe it. I have been traveling for over 3 decades and it's quite an enthusing experience, quite exciting that you don't wanna stop. But under the face of the earth, there is a time and a season for everything. And so you must plan for it, for you to enjoy it fully. And so if you're that person who's looking to do solo travel or you want to do group travel, this is your place to be. Okay? Welcome to my channel and we are going to explore the nations together. We are going to journey together. We are going to plan together. In case you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section and I'll be more than glad to answer your questions, your curiosities, and your concerns. This video is definitely for you if you're a travel enthusiast. And more so, if you love to do solo travel, get in touch. Drop your comments and let's get talking. Today, we are breaking down the absolute basics of travel and the exact steps you need to consider as you plan for that solo trip, for that group trip, for that couple trip, just to get to know what you need, and getting into the reality of it. So, do you want to go or do you want to go? I'm sure you want to go. And so, number one, these are the things that you need to consider. You can actually take pen and paper and note them down because you'll need it for reference as you plan your next trip. Remember, we are just about to start the holiday season as we enter the Ember months. Very few days left to enter September. And this is the time as we enter the Ember months when most travelers are already starting to do their vacation, their bookings, and all of that. And so you need to plan very well. You need to plan in advance. And so we are going to look at the logistics. We are going to look at the logistics. And what are we talking about? Under logistics, we are talking about the paperwork and the money. You cannot travel without the money. You need the money. How do you get the money? You must work for it for you to have some relaxation, some enjoyment. And so let's dive in. What do we mean by logistics when we are traveling? Number one, do you have your passport? And if you have your passport, is it valid beyond 6 months of your departure date? Depending on which country you're traveling to, be it a country within Africa, within Europe, within North America, within South America or Latin America, within Asia, within the Middle East, within the Antarctica, within Australia. How valid is your travel document? That is your passport, which is the document that allows you to move from one country to another, cross borders. Is your passport valid? Okay. We all know what a passport is. And in case you don't know, just find out what a passport is, okay? And what it entails for you to get it. That is your homework. That is your homework. How do you obtain a passport? Okay? So, for the very first time travelers, you need a passport to move from one country to the other. You definitely need a travel document that will enable you cross from your country and to the other. And after you have obtained your passport, ensure that it is valid beyond the 6 months, okay? It's above 6 months of your departure date, okay? That is very, very critical for you to know and have in place. So after you have obtained your passport, ensure that you have understood the regulations of the country to which you are traveling to. You have understood the requirements, that is, the entry requirements. And what do I mean by that? The entry requirements is where we talk about the visa. Do you require a visa to travel to that country as a foreigner traveling? Or do you need to secure your visa ahead of your travel? Or do you need to obtain it on arrival? Or do you need the electronic travel authorization? Get to find out all this information on the website of your destination country, all right? Get to find out all this information on the website of the destination country to which you are traveling to. Do not say that you did not know, because ignorance is not a defense. Okay? Take your time, plan your trip very well, get to do your research, find out what is required of me to travel to country A. What is required of me to travel to country A? Okay? If it is a visa, how do I obtain that visa? What are the visa requirements for me to move and travel from my country to the country I wish to travel to? Where is the embassy located? And what are the visa requirements? Visa requirements are things like there is a definite amount of fees, visa fees that you need to pay. There is an invitation letter that you may need depending on what is the reason for your travel. If you're going for tourism, you need an invitation letter. And if you get an invitation letter, your host needs to ensure that they are well able financially to take care of all your needs, your basic needs, okay? And so the letter should definitely indicate that your host is going to take care of all your needs during your stay while you are in the foreign country that you intend to travel to. And so I've talked of the visa fees, the invitation letter in case it's tourism, the duration of stay, and your travel dates and your return date, and things like that. So and also remember, the one inviting you needs to attach the bank statements and stuff like that. These are just basics that I'm guiding you through, especially for the beginners. Perhaps you've never traveled before and you intend to do so. These are the travel tips that I am sharing with you to make your work easier and to help you with tips that you may not have had, just making your work a whole lot simpler. Okay, so those are the logistics. Ensure that your paperwork is in place, ensure your documents are in place, ensure your visa requirements are duly met, and so that you don't find yourself breaching any law of the country that you are visiting. If you are going to be on transit, find out, do you need a transit visa or you don't need, and how long are you going to be on transit, your layover time and all of that. And so excuse me, remember to also ensure that your pockets are stable. Ensure to have your credit cards. Ensure to inform your bank if you're traveling, so that you will have easy access to your bank account and transact easily while away. Otherwise, sometimes you might experience that your card is locked and you're not able to transact internationally. So it's important to update, notify your bank about your travel. And you need the local currency. Find out about what currency is used in the country that you are going to. And so you definitely need some local currency to enable you transact with ease. All right. And so I've talked about the paperwork, documentation, the money matters, and you also need the travel insurance. Most of the time, especially for African travel within the African continent, Europe, Europe as well, Asia, you need travel clearance. Why travel clearance? You need travel clearance because it helps to secure your travel just in case something happens. Perhaps there's a delayed flight, there's your flight doesn't take off on schedule, and it's cancelled. Yeah, when you're traveling, you must have an open mind because anything could happen. And so once you have your travel insurance. It helps just to secure your travel in terms of if there are cancellations, if there are lost baggages or misdirected luggage and all of that, you're able to claim and be compensated. So it helps to secure your travel. Very necessary. And so we have companies that offer travel insurance, and depending on what you choose, the package you choose, you'll just get exactly what you need because the packages differ. So that's about the logistics. Do we have any questions? I would appreciate any questions in the chat box, and I'll be more than glad to answer them. Are you a first time traveler? Are you a frequent traveler? Are you a frequent flyer? We would appreciate your input as well. Let's get to know of your experiences, good ones, ugly ones, so that we can be able to learn from them. Remember, my viewer, if you haven't tapped the subscribe button, please tap the subscribe button and the notification bell as well, so that you're first to be notified anytime I come online. And so, with over 3 decades of travel, history, and experience, I'm here to enlighten you matters travel, to make your work a whole lot easier as you plan and execute. Okay? So we've talked about the logistics. We've talked about the logistics, and we are going to now talk about something else that is very important as you plan your trip. As you plan your trip, it is important that you think of smart booking and budgeting. And what is this all about? Okay? When identifying where to go, how do you plan your travel? Where do you get the money to help to enable you travel internationally? Because international travel requires lots of money, yes, for your travel, for your return air ticket, for your accommodation, just in case you're going for business, assuming you're not going for tourism and you have a host who will take care of your needs. Assuming you're going for business or for work, or for whatever reason it is, you need to budget very well. You need to budget very well. And once you have your budget in place, then everything will run seamless. So, have you booked your flight? And how do you get to book your flight? How do you get to book your flight? How do you get to book your flight? Let me know how for the regular travelers. How do you book your flight? How do you book your flight? I'm interested to know your experiences and your actions. How do you book your flights? I'm more than interested to know. Let me get to hear from you. Perhaps that's something we can handle in the subsequent videos. But for today, I would wish to know, how do you book your flights? Okay, very important to book your flight. Depending on circumstances, the importance of planning for it is that you'll be able to secure perhaps more affordably, as opposed to when you buy last minute. That is an important fact you need to consider. The timing of your booking, the timing of your flight booking. You need to plan well in advance so that you don't have to, you know, to go the very extra mile to secure funds to book your flight. So if it's you have advanced information that you need to travel, or when you plan yourself very well, if at all it's a vacation, do it well in advance, even 1 year ahead, and you will enjoy the benefits of booking well in advance. So book your flights in good time. Avoid last minute bookings so that you're able to cut costs. Okay, what is your preferred airline? What class do you want to travel? Is it first class? Is it business class? Is it economy? Is it the premium? Okay, You can as well upgrade depending on your needs and your budget. Just do what makes you happy and work within what you are able to handle. And so, for your accommodation, if it is your first time you are traveling, just be sure to get a hotel that has got positive and good reviews. If you're going to a place for the first time, be sure to check the reviews from people who have visited the place before, and you'll be able to be well informed in your decisions. And also, and so be sure to book a place that is well reviewed, or if you need affordable options, we have affordable options such as Airbnb, such as hostels that you can consider to go to and cut on cost, because all of this, most of the time when you opt for places that are well reviewed, and the hostels, most of the time you find that you get to a place where the uh, public transport is easily accessible. You are able to navigate movement from one place to another without much without wasting much time from where you stay to the point at which you're going to pick your train or your bus. So consider the location of your accommodation to where you're traveling to. Okay, and also budget very well to ensure that you have accommodation to cover all the days that you will be in that country that you're going to. So you have money to take care of that, and in most cases, if you are reserving a hotel, you reserve for all the days that you will be there, or if not, you can negotiate with them to pay perhaps for the first few days, and then you can top up as you continue on with your stay. But in most cases, you need to pay upfront. So budget very well to ensure that you have accommodation for all the days you're away, and food for yourself and food for your tourism. Yeah, and so that your travel is well balanced, nothing missing, nothing broken. Okay. What about parking? What about parking your stuff before you travel? Okay, are you the kind of person who packs 1 month before the travel date, or your suitcase is always ready, waiting for the call? That's all you're scheduled to travel. So, what kind of person are you? I'll wish to know, do you pack early, or do you wait until it's hours to your travel time? Then you start packing in a rush. What kind are you? Yeah, so packing, in most cases, you find that people overpack and overpack. They put up things that they might not even use while on travel, and so it's important to pack light so that you're packing the necessities that you need, the essentials that you need, not overpacking and making your suitcase so heavy unnecessarily, such that by the time you're returning, you are likely to encounter overweight, and now you have to pay or have to unpack and leave at the airport some of the extra kilos. You don't need to go through that. So just pack what is enough for your travel. You know that you're going for maybe 2 weeks, so just pack like day 1, day 2, day 3, this is what I'm gonna wear. And not forgetting your essentials, the basics you know what you need. And so ensure that you have your gadgets, your phone, your chargers, your power banks, and all of that. And also, as you travel, during the travel, arrival, and as you do your visitation, your tourism, get to understand where you're going, what are the safety measures to observe, and what are the risks. Get to know. that in such and such a place, it's important for me to, just be safe. Be safe and avoid unnecessary troubles, okay? Okay. So it's very important to have a checklist of your travel as you are packing. Have a checklist so that you don't forget anything. You might find that you are at the airport and you don't have your travel document and you're right out of time. Okay? Remember, international travel arrival at the airport is 3 hours to departure time. Okay? Don't miss your flight. Let me know if you've ever missed your flight and what was the experience like. Wow, so I hope you're enjoying this video. Are you? I hope you are enjoying this video. Let me know in the comment section your travel experience, your challenges, your concerns, what you're curious about, and the questions you may have. I am ready to answer. Okay? So have a checklist of the items that you need for your packing. Do not forget anything that is essential for your travel. Okay? And start early so that you are good to go by the time you need to depart for the airport. Okay? So remember to check the requirements of the country you are visiting. Okay? Remember to be sure about that so that you're not caught up and you are not able to get out of something that is, that will interfere with your travel. No. And always remember to have money on you. Have money on you because you never know. You never know. You never know with the security checkups. Always have enough money on you as you travel. Okay? And so, when are you planning your trip? When are you planning your next trip? Bring me on board. I can share some very important tips with you. Okay, there's a lot more that we are going to talk about. A lot on this digital sanctuary that is dedicated to bringing you calm, peace, and tranquility. Okay, so stay tuned and be part of this thriving community where we do content on wellness, lifestyle, and travel. Okay, so we are going to look at other things in the subsequent videos, like how do you get to book your flight, which flight works for you, because there are very many, which airline rather do you prefer, and why. Everyone has got their tastes, their preference, and it all goes with how affordable is it for you, because everyone's interests are different. Okay, you pick the package that works for you, you go for the airline that serves you right, and that you like. Okay, and you can change every other time just to have a feel of what this one offers. Yeah. So we are going to do step by step breakdown of how you can book your flight, what you need as you travel, matters communication. How do you navigate that in a foreign country? You don't speak their language. How do you do that? How do you communicate? How do you interact? all of those things. We are going to look at that. And if you have any other concern, I'll be more than interested to read from you in the comment section. And this is your place to be. The world is one global village, and it is very important for you to travel, because if you have not traveled, then you are not learning. You have only read one page of the book. because the world is like a book. Everywhere you go to, you open a new page. You learn, you uncover, you dig out new information. You learn new culture. You understand the culture of people wherever you are traveling to. Okay, and so we are here to guide you through your beginnings, through your new experiences. That is what we are here for. Because we are more than interested in your peace, in your thriving. And so we are here for you, okay? Remember, the world is a book to be read. But how do you read it if you've only opened one page of this book? You need to travel so that you can expand your horizon, your perspectives about life, your experiences, in understanding that, Hakuna Matata. Understand that Hakuna Matata. Be deliberate about your plans. And I am saying Asante Sana. Thank you for finding time to watch this video. In case you have not tapped the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, your home for wellness, lifestyle, and travel. You'll never go wrong because we are here for your well-being. And so, when you arrive in Kenya, we tell you, Jambo, Kenya, how are you? In other words, and so, when you are leaving and exiting Kenya, we tell you, Kwaheri Rafiki, goodbye, friends. Did you enjoy your stay in Kenya? Have you ever been to Kenya? In case you are a foreigner watching me, you're more than welcome. And so in Kenya, we go step by step, step by step, pole pole. Thank you, my viewer, for watching. I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you in my next video, okay? Until next time, take care of yourself. Cheers.